computer. All right. So now we're gonna go. Okay, we're gonna start standing up. All right. And in the beginning, we're just gonna do our little Tai Chi. So you're just gonna go back and forth. I feel like the light changes. I don't know why. Can you guys see me okay?
Yeah. You're a little dark, but so are we.
Get brighter. Back and forth here a couple times. You guys keep doing that. See if I can mess with the settings on my computer or anything. No, it's all the way up right. If I take it down, no, that definitely doesn't help, right?
Well, when you're up close, you're
I know, it changes.
yeah, you're bright. Yeah.
I don't know why it does that. I'm like, I want it to be the same. As soon as I step back, it starts going dark. It's all right.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
So I guess it's trying to focus on something, and when I'm up close, it thinks it's me, but when I work further back, it thinks it's something else. All right. Now, from here, come to a stop. We're going to do our skiers at first. So you're going to take your hands up to the sky, and then from there, you're going to bend your knees. Okay, you're going to put your belly to your thighs and sweep your hands all the way back behind you with your palms face up. Then push them forward like you're pushing through mud. Come back up. All right, so we're just going to do that about 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Then we're going to take our hands down to our sides. Now, from here, you're going to take that wide stance. Get your toes to point forward. Take your hands up to the sky. And we're going to do our pinwheels. Or windmills, sorry. That means you're going to take your left hand, bring it to your right ankle. Your right hand goes up to the sky. And then come back up. So you're just going back and forth here. Take your left hand to your right ankle. Come back up. Doesn't matter which way you went first. I think I said that wrong. It's okay. Just go back and forth and taking your opposite hand to your opposite ankle. Do it one more time each direction. Come all the way up. All right, now what we're going to do here, I'm going to step forward, it's on the patio. I'm going to step sideways. You're going to take your hands, right? You can bring them to heart center. If you have your block, right, you could use it here, but you don't have to, right? Either your hands are at heart center or you're holding the block between your palms like this, right? What we're going to do, you're going to take a big step forward with your right foot, right? So you lift your right foot up. So you're going to step into a lunge. It looks like this, right? I'm just stepping forward. And then once I'm all the way in the lunge, I'm going to twist to the right, taking my torso to the right. Now, come back to center here. Push off with that right foot. Step back. Right? If you have to take more than one step, it's okay, right? Now we're going to switch. We're going to do it with the left. So you're going to lift that left foot up, take a big step forward, come to the lunge, twist towards your left leg. Back to center. Press into that left foot, step back. So we're just going back and forth here. Step forward with the right foot, twist to the right. Bring it back to center, step back. Step forward with the left foot, twist to the left, come back. Just do that left foot, come all the way back up. So just keep going there, stepping forward, twisting, coming back. Step forward, twist, come back.
Paul, you're not recording, or I mean, you're not moving.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen. Now you're not.
Okay. All right, so keep going, just alternate your feet, right? We're still doing the same thing. Step forward, twist, come back. Step forward, twist, come back. Let's do it 3 more times each way. Right foot steps forward, twist, step it back. Left foot steps forward. We twist. Step back. 2 more times each side. Right foot. Left foot. Right foot. All the way back. All right. Now from here, just going to turn towards the top of your mat, right? You can see it in the middle of your mat. You can see it at the top of your mat. It doesn't matter here, right? And you're just going to take a little squat here, right? Now you're either squeezing the block or if you don't have a block, your hands are heart center, right? Now you're going to come all the way up. As you come down, right? You're coming into the squat. Now twist to the right. Come back, come up, come down, twist left. Just like that. The deeper you can go in your squat, the more you're gonna get out of it, right? But you wanna keep your knees back behind your toes. We're gonna do 3 more each side. To the right, center, up. Left, center, up. Twice more. Last one each side. All the way up. Let your hands come down to your sides. Now we're gonna come and we're gonna sit down, right? So try to do it without using your hands. You have to use your hands, it's okay. Move my notes really quick so I remember what we're doing next once we get all the way down here. Oh, that's right, okay. So here's what you're gonna do here. Again, you can use your block if you want to. If you don't have a block, then you're just using your hands, right? So we're gonna be in hook line. So either you're hugging the block right here with your elbows to the sides, or you're taking your hands to heart center, and you're right here. Now, you're gonna tuck your chin to your chest. You're gonna lay all the way down. So you're keeping your thumbs at heart center, right? Laying down. Like, you guys lay down. Get a little bit brighter. Take it, angle it down a little bit, maybe. That will help. So I'm gonna lie down. All right. And then as we lie down, now, your hands are in heart center, your elbows are going out to the sides. Now, you're gonna come up. As you come up, you're gonna kick your right leg up. As you kick your right leg up, take your hands, bring them outside your right leg. So it looks like this, right? Then you're coming all the way back down, bending your elbows, palms to heart center, the block to your chest, right? Then you're kicking your left foot up, lifting up, take your hands outside your left leg. So if you're using the block, it looks like this. It's actually a little harder with the block. Right, if you're doing it just with your hands at heart center, it looks like this. Right, so keep going here. We're gonna do 3 more of these to each side. 3. 3. 2. 2. Last one. 1. And 1. All right, so now you're taking your feet back down to the mat, and you can use the block or you can have your hands just together. Right, so here, either I'm holding the block in my hands, I'm going to bend my elbows and touch the block back behind me. No block, your palms are going to face each other, and your fingertips are going to touch the ground. Right? So you're going to come up here. You're going to lift up. As you lift up, bring your elbows and your knees together. Right, so if you're holding, either you're holding the block or your palms are just facing each other, and then your feet are just going to tap down. Your toes, or your toes or your heels will tap to the ground. Your fingertips will tap behind your head. And then you pull it all up, bring your elbows and your knees together. All right, let's do 10 more of those. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let your feet come all the way to the ground. If you have the block, you're going to put it to the side now, right? And you're going to take your hands to your sides, but keep your palms, point your palms towards the ground. That's what I want to say, right? But keep your hands elevated, right? So you're kind of pulling your shoulders inward. And you're going to lift your head and shoulders. So you look like this, right? And then we're just going to reach. You're going to reach that right hand towards your right heel, pull your left shoulder back, and then go the other way. Draw your shoulders even. Reach your left fingertips towards your left heel, so your right shoulder's drawing back. All right, and just go back and forth here. We're going to do 10 more on each side here. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. All right, now let your head and shoulders come down. Take your arms overhead. Extend your fingertips long. Stretch out that upper body. If you want to extend your legs long and stretch out your lower body, you can. Now, we're going to flip over here and come into a plank. So it can be your choice of plank. Let me show you all the options. You can be in a plank on your palms, right? Shoulders over the wrists, legs extended, hips just below the shoulders. You can be in a modified plank where you drop your knees, you still keep that upper body in a diagonal, one straight line from your shoulder to your knee, right? Or you can be in a forearm plank, either version, right? So you can be in full forearm plank on your toes with your shoulders right over your elbows, hips still just below the knees, or you can be in a forearm plank with your knees dropped, all right? I'm gonna do this from plank on my palms because it's easier for me. If you like the forearm plank better, you go there, right? And then all you're gonna do here, you're in your plank, you're just gonna lift your right foot just a little bit up off the mat and then drop it down. Then lift your left foot. So you're just going back and forth, back and forth. Now you can do this from your knees, right? You're just kicking it long, dropping it down. Kicking it long, dropping it down. All right, let's do 10 more on each side. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Now drop your knees here. Push your hips back over your heels. Take a child's pose. Let yourself relax. All right. Now from here, we're going to come back around. We're going to lay back down on our back. You let your hips come to one side or the other. Lift up the tabletop first. Swing your legs around. Now, you want your knees bent here. No, you don't. You want your legs long. Right? That's what we're doing. All right. So you're going to sit up nice and tall. Now, you can hold your block here, Or here, you can give yourself a little hug with your arms in, or you can take your arms out long. What we're gonna do is lift and lower our torso. So it's kind of like a roll up, a little bit modified, right? You're tucking your chin to your chest, you're going all the way down, right? Hands come to your sides, and then you're coming up, right? So this is me doing it just with my hands. I'm gonna peel up my arms, just keep reaching forward until I'm sitting up. Back down. And maybe, I'm gonna make it a little harder, hug your knees into your chest. You're just coming up and down, up and down. Right, you can use your block, right? The block will land at your waist. You pull up and push the ball forward, push the block forward, you come down, blocks on your waist. Right, so it could be that, could be this with your hands, right? You could be hugging the block into your chest and just coming up and down. Right, it's harder with the arms hugged in, whether you're using the block or you're just doing it hugging your shoulders, because it takes a little bit of the lever out, right? If you can't do it, it's like when we do this roll-ups versus the dead bug. If you're coming up here and you're having to kick your legs around to get up, right? Then don't do that. Take your arms out long. Let them help, right? That's easier. All right, so let's do 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right now, as you come all the way up, now let yourself lay all the way back down. Right, roll over onto your left hip here. I'm going to go onto my left hip just because I'm right here. So I'm going to roll over onto my left hip. My arms are long. Right now, I'm going to prop myself up with my forearm, bringing my shoulder right over my elbow and my left fingertips reaching forward. Your right hand can stay in front of you if you want, right? Or you can bring that right hand to your right hip. We're going to move the right leg at first, right? So you're going to lift it just straight up and down, up and down, up and down. Do that 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. So let that right leg come down. You should feel it. You should have felt that right along your right tibian, the outside of your thigh. Now here, you're going to lift your right leg up. You're going to kick it straight in front of you, right? And then bring it back. Get straight in front, bring it back. Right, so we're doing that 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now bend into your right knee. Put your right foot flat on the ground, right? The further up your left thigh you bring that right foot, the whole this is, right? So if your right foot's way down here by your left ankle, it's a little bit easier, right? If you pull it all the way up, it's all the way up by your upper thigh, and you get that right knee still to point towards the sky, it's a little bit harder. You really want to flex your left foot now. Your left foot's going to move. Flex your toes back towards you, so that left leg's engaged. You're just lifting that left leg straight up and down, straight up and down. So you should feel in the inner thigh. 10 or 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now extend that left leg long. Now we're going to flip over and do the other side. You can just roll over. I'm going to switch my feet to the other side so you guys can still see me. If you want to do that, you can. Over here. Now we're coming on to the right hip. You're bringing your right shoulder right over your right elbow. Your right fingertips are pointed forward. So you're propping yourself up on your shoulder. Legs are long, right? You're one straight line from your left shoulder down to your toes, right? You don't want to have your legs here or back here. Now, you're going to take that left hand, either it comes right in front of you, right? Or it goes onto your left hip. And then first your left leg is going to move. Just your left leg. You're just lifting it straight up and down. Up and down. Up and down. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now from here, stay where you are. You're just going to kick that left foot forward this time. So kick it forward, bring it back. Kick it forward, bring it back. Try not to let your chest cape forward as you kick it, right? 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now from here, we bend into the left knee, right? And you're going to put that left foot, again, in front of your right leg somewhere. The higher up you bring it towards your torso, the more you're going to feel this, but you want that left knee going straight up to the sky. Really flex those right toes, bring them back towards you. Lift your right leg up and down. Up and down. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now you're going to come back down to your back here. All right, so just roll over. Now, what we're going to do here, if you have your block, you can use it. It makes it easier. It's okay, you can still do it without your block, right, Judy? So
Okay.
You're going to lay all the way down with your knees bent. Now, if you have your block, it's going to come into your right hand, right? So you're going to bring your legs into floating table. So that means you've got your knees right over your hips, or calves are parallel to the ground. Now your left leg is then going to kick straight up to the sky. That right leg's still in floating table. You're going to take your right hand up to the sky, and then you're going to bend into your right elbow, right? What we want to do here, right, is you're going to bring your right elbow and your right knee together. So if I'm using the block, I don't have to go as far, right? It's giving me a little buffer. Now, if I don't have a block, I'm just going to pull my knee in a little bit further and still get my elbow to my knee, right? Now, the more you bring that that right knee in, the easier this is going to be, right? If you pull that right knee all the way into your chest and you're just right here, this is going to be super easy. But the further you push it back towards floating table, the harder it is, right? But again, if you don't have a block, let your knee come in a little bit so that it's easy to make that connection, because you're going to keep that elbow and that knee right here the whole time. They're going to keep touching each other, right? So your left leg is straight up to the sky. Now you're going to take the left hand back behind you. I'm going to move forward a little bit up to the wall. All right. So I'm here with my left hand back behind me. Now I'm going to peel my head and shoulders up, reach my left fingertips towards my left toes, and then come back down. Now do this just 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now come all the way back down. Now we're going to add on here. If you can do this part, you're going to add on. If not, you're going to go back and just do what we did. So we're lifting up, reaching the left fingertips towards the left toes. This time, if it feels okay, as you come back down, let your left heel drop so your left heel covers the ground. Then pull your left leg back up. All right, so do that 5 more times. If you're not adding on with the leg, then you're just doing exactly what we did before, reaching the left fingertips towards the left toes. 3 more like this. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let everything come back down. Take your hands to your sides. Let everything just relax onto the mat for a minute. Not a minute, but a couple breaths. All right, we're going to do the other side next. So again, you can use your block if you want to. Right? You're taking your legs to floating table. This time, you're kicking that right leg up to the sky, taking your left hand up to the sky, and you're going to bring your left elbow and your left knee together. You have that block, you want to put it there. It's like this, right? Makes it a little bit easier. Now your right hand goes overhead, and first, right, you're just taking that right foot straight up, so keep your right foot right over your right hip. I said that because I'm letting mine kind of float a little bit. Right, keep it right over your hip. You start to reach up for your right toes with your right fingertips. Come back down. Do it 5 more times like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now you're coming all the way down. Now, here, We're gonna add on with that foot this time. So you lift up, reach your right fingertips towards your right toes. As you come down, let that right heel cover the ground as the right hand goes overhead. Okay, so you wanna add that on, add that on. We're doing 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now, bend into your left knee. Right. Take everything down. Let your feet come down for a second. Take your hands to your sides. Now, those are fun, right? Hopefully you like those because we're going to do it again, but with the different variations. Right? So when you're ready, you're going to come back into that floating table. Now, your left leg is going to go up to the sky. This time you're bringing your left hand up to the sky. Now what you want to do here is bring your left elbow and your right knee together, right? So you can use your block, look like this, or maybe pull that knee in a little further, and it's like this. Now your right hand is going to go overhead. You're going to reach those right fingertips up towards your left toes. So you're going outside your right leg, reaching your right fingertips up towards your left toes. Come back down. Do it 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we come all the way down here. Now, you're gonna add on with that left foot if you want to. So as you reach up with your right fingertips towards your left toes, and then you come back down, take your left foot down, right arm overhead, and you bring it back together. So 5 more like that. If you don't want to add on with that left foot, then just leave that left foot up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let everything come down here. We're still gonna do that one more time on the left side, right, or on the other side. So take a little breath here with your legs just relaxing down. Now you're gonna take your feet up to the sky, or take your feet to floating table here, and then from here, your right leg goes up to the sky. Your hand goes up, you're bringing your right elbow and your left knee together. You use the block, right, or you're just bringing that knee in, but you've got to keep that elbow and that knee touching the whole time. When we're taking this diagonal, it's a little bit harder. Right now, your left arm's going up overhead. You're bringing that left arm to the outside of your left leg, reaching up towards your right toes. Let's do it 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna do it one last round, right? This time we add on with that right foot come towards the ground on the way down if you want to. So you lift up, drop that right heel, reach your left hand over, and bring it all back up. So 5 more like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now this time, as you come all the way back up, let everything come down. Back into that constructive rest position. That means we've got the knees up to the sky, everything else on the ground. Right. Now from here, right, we're going to add on a little bit to that one we did before. You're going to bring your legs to floating tables. Right. So you've got your knees over your hips, your calves parallel to the ground. Now you're going to bend into your elbows. Right. Touch your fingertips behind your head. So everything looks like this. Now here we're going to lift up. Right. And you're bringing your elbows and your knees together. But as you come back down with your fingertips, you're just going to kick your legs straight out in front of you. Now, the lower they go, the harder it is, right? So if yours are pretty high, that's okay. Just straighten them out. If you can get them nice and low, get them nice and low. And you pull it all back in, elbows to knees. Your fingertips come and touch behind your head, your legs extend. Right? So let's do 10 more like that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Now let everything relax down. Should feel good. All right, now we're going to come around here into a tabletop. So you're just going to roll to one side or the other. Push yourself all the way up. Come around to hands and knees pose. So let your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips right over your knees. Now, what we're going to do here, you're going to take your right leg, extend it long behind you. First, you're going to come your toes on the ground, and then you're just going to lift that right leg up to level. Now, take your left hand, reach it in front of you. You want your left palm open to the right, that left thumb up to the sky. You're pushing away from your mat with your right hand, so you're not bending your right elbow. Don't use your right shoulder. Use your core to hold yourself up. We're going to take our crunches here. That means you're going to bend your left elbow, bend your right knee, touch them together underneath your chest. Tuck your chin to your chest. As they touch, so you're watching them touch, and then open back up. Crunch in, open up. Do it 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. As you come here, right, you're still in spinal balance. Bend into your right knee. Bring your right heel towards your right glute. Sweep your left hand back behind you. Now, if you can grab a hold of that right foot with your left hand, do it. If you can't, just reach back there, right? And wherever you are, lift that right knee as high as you can. Take your chin and your chest up towards the sky. So make a little back bend. Just feel this in your low back. Hold it for 4 breaths here. Just hold. Right? If you're just reaching back here, like this. Okay, grab that right foot, release it, extend that right leg low, reach that left arm forward one more time, and then drop it all down into tabletop. As you come down to tabletop, let yourself shift back to child's pose for a couple breaths. And when you're ready here, we're going to pull it back up. All right, now this time, we're going to go to the other side. So you're going to take your left leg and extend it long behind you. Toes on the mat at first, pushing through that back heel, lengthening out that left leg. Then lift it up to hip level. Take your right hand, now reach it forward. Right palm open to the left, right thumb up to the sky. Your left toes, left knee, left hip, all pointed towards the ground. So you're not flipping open here, right? You're going to bend into your right elbow, bend into your left knee, touch them together. Tuck your chin to your chest, you're watching them touch. And then open up, look up. Touch them together, round, open up, look up. 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now we extend everything back into spinal balance. Now you're going to bend into that left knee. Bring your left heel towards your left glute. Sweep your right hand back behind you. Grab a hold of your left ankle with your right hand if you can, or just reach back there. If you can't, hold here 4 breaths. Push away from that with that left hand. Looking up, pushing your chest forward. 3 more breaths. Now left knee as high as you can. 2 more breaths. And release. Back to spinal balance. Drop that left hand down. Drop your right hand down. Drop your left knee down. Finish it back into chakra pose. Right, now when we're ready here, we're going to come back up into tabletop. Let your hips go to one side or the other. Then you're going to come around. We're going to come into hook line here. All right, now, for our hook line, this is again where you can use your block if you want to, right? You can just be holding it straight out in front of you, right? Or you can hold your hands straight out in front of you, maybe bring your palms together. Or if you want to, you can keep your hands at heart center. That's easier now, could be harder later, right? You decide. But we're gonna come in a boat from wherever you are. So maybe you can lift your feet up, right? If this is hard, then keep your toes on the ground and you look like this, right? And what we're gonna do here, so I'm gonna bring my hands together, or you're holding your block. You're gonna kick your left foot up, take your hands outside your left leg. Right? Bring your hands back to center, relax that left leg. Right leg up, take your hands outside your right leg. Come back, right? So just come back and forth here. Right? Your toes are on the ground, it looks like this. Your heels on the ground, your heels, your toes. Right, we're gonna do 5 more each way. 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. All right, let your feet come down. Push your belly to the back. Hug around your knees. Put your chin into your chest. Drop your forehead toward your knees. All right, now from here, right, bring your toes to the top of your mat. Reach your arms long, lay all the way down on your mat. Right. Keep your feet straight up to the sky. So both feet come straight up. So you're in that waterfall position. I mean, we're not done yet. We'll do this again later. We'll hang out here, but not right now. Okay. So all we're gonna do right now, lift your head and shoulders up. Your fingertips forward. Your head and shoulders are off the ground. Now you're gonna take your right heel, drop it towards the ground, so it's just hovering the ground. Right. Then pull it back up. Drop your left heel, hover it to the ground. Pull it back up. So just do that a couple times. Just dropping one leg, then the other. One leg, up, one leg, back up. That's pretty calm, pretty easy right now, hopefully. Now what we're gonna add on here as we're going, now you're gonna start, as you drop your right heel, as you start to pull that right leg up, before that right leg is all the way up, drop your left leg down. So your legs cross at a diagonal, right? Then your left leg goes all the way down, your right leg comes all the way up. So they're both moving at the same time. Makes it a little bit harder. You can go at your own pace here. You're going faster than me. Okay? We're not trying to go at the speed of light or anything. Be nice and controlled. Maybe 3 more each side. 3, 2, 1. Now bring both legs up and let your head and shoulders relax down. Right? So we come all the way down here. Now you're going to take your fingertips, reach them overhead. All right? So both feet are up. Really flex your feet like you're going to step on the ceiling. All right? Now, again, here's a place where you can use a block if you want to. Have that block between your hands back behind you. Have your hands separated back behind you, palms with each other, and have your palms together. All we're going to do here, lift up and down. So you're going to peel your head and shoulders up, reaching your fingertips toward your toes. Come all the way back down. So maybe you're doing it up this point. Like this. Pressing your palms together, doing it. All right, let's do 8 more like this. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're here. Right. Now you're going to take your right leg, drop it to the ground, hover that right leg over the ground, and the left leg stays straight up. Again, your hands are still either pressing together or you're holding that block, or your palms are separated and facing each other. You're going to lift up. You're just going to take your hands, push them outside your left leg. Back down. 11 more times here. 8, leg back up. That should have been hard, right? Drop your right leg back down, hover that right heel. Or sorry, hover that left heel. The right leg's up, left leg's covered. Now we're going to take our hands up and we're going to push them outside the right leg. Good. 10 times total, so 8 more. 5, 4, 3, and 1. All right, take both legs up, bend into your knees now, hug into your chest. All right, we're gonna come up, take your hands to the crease of your knees. Bring yourself up, and then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna come around onto our belly. We'll work our back a little bit, and we'll do some stretching. But right now, I want you to lay all the way on the belly. All right, we're gonna lay down on our belly. Now, you're gonna take your hands, bring them in front of you. You can kind of stack them up, but I want you to be kind of lifted here. So you should feel this in your low back. Right? Lifting up, like a Sphinx. If you wanted to do a full Sphinx, you could with your hands like this. I can make it a little bit more relaxed with our arms coming in. Your head, your chest is lifted. Bend into both knees with your heels towards your glutes, like this. Here, let your knees go over to the right, and then going back and forth, switch, switch. So this is the whole time. And come to stop here. Now, keep your left leg up. Let your right foot come to the ground. Okay. Now, keep your arm going across the mat. All right, so your right fingertips are coming to the left. Taking your left hand back. See if you can grab a hold of that left ankle. Now just push into your right palm. Push yourself back. So peeling open with that left hand, right? Grab onto the ankle, back. You can have everything in line. You should feel this right in your low back. Right, so you're gonna do it one more time. 4, 3, and 1. All right, now from here, you're gonna release that left hand if you grabbed it. Right, take your left hand, bring it back in front of you. Let that left foot come all the way to the ground. Get your back in that cross arms Sphinx pose. Bend into your right glute. Bring your right heel to your right glute. With your left hand going across your mat. Your left finger reaching towards the right edge of your mat. Take your right hand back. Have a hold of your right. With your right hand again. If you grab, you're just reaching back. Here is to open with that right shoulder. So you're pushing into your left palm. Pushing yourself back so your full chest. The right shoulder going back. Down. Open up. Back down. Good. 4 more times here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now you're going to release that right foot. Both hands back in front of you. Now, from here, you're going to let your forehead come all the way to the mat. You're going to sweep your hands back behind you. So you want your palms face up. Put your forehead on the mat. Forward a little bit here. Feet are on the ground. All right. Now, you're going to push the tops of your feet into the mat. Right? Peel your head and shoulders up. Reach your fingertips back behind you. So now you look like this. Right? We're about to take off flying. Right? Now we're going to stay with our chest lifted here. We did this before, right? When we were lying on our back. I want you to draw your right shoulder forward. Push your left shoulder back so that your left fingertips slide further down your left leg. And bring your shoulders back square to the front. Put your right fingertips back. Draw that left shoulder forward. Right? So you just come back and forth here. Back and forth. Feel this right through your low back. And then we're going to go back and forth. We're going to do about 5 more times each way. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. One. Now, let everything relax down. Put the forehead to the mat. Or your head to one side or the other. Really let those shoulders press into the back. Let everything relax. Right? Do a lot of back work here. Now let that back release. You feel it? Switch your hips to the other side. The other way. There. You're going to bring your palms to your chest. Push yourself up into tabletop. Maybe take it back. Child's pose. For breath. Right? Do a little work there in that low back. And then when you're ready here, bring it all the way up to tabletop. All right, now we're going to let our hips go to one side or the other. We're going to come into a shin box position. All right, so you're going to bring that right shin across the mat. Right, you're bending into your left knee, bringing this left knee against the sole of the right foot. So we're right here. Right? On my mat. It's all right. Now, we're going to do a little back and forth. We're going to do a stretch. So, if you can, you're going to bring your hands right to heart center, and they're going to stay right there. Right? You're going to lean way over to the right, so you can kick your left foot forward. Right? Come back up, put that left hip on the ground with your left foot still in the air. Take your right leg, bring your right leg up to the sky. So you're here in boat just for a second. Right now, bend into your left knee. Drop your left shin across the mat. You got to lean over to the left. Keep your hands at heart center, your thumbs at heart center, and then bend into that right knee. Okay. Now we're going to do it the other way. So think about your thumbs. They stay lined up with your heart center. That's how you're using your core instead of letting your arms push you from side to side. Right? Lean to the left. Kick your right foot in front of you. Come to the right hip. Unwind that left leg. Drop your right shin across the mat. Lean way over to the right. Squeeze that left leg back around. All right, let's do that 3 more times each way. So lean to the right, kick, kick, lean to the left, sweep it around. Lean to the left, kick, kick, drop your right shin, lean to the right, bring it back around. Lean to the right, kick, kick, drop your left shin, lean to the left, bring it around, and up. Lean to the left, kick, kick, lean to the right, right shin, squeeze it with my right. One more time each way. Lean right, kick, kick, lean left, bring around into shin box. One more time, lean left, kick, kick, drop your right shin across the knee to the right, and bring that left leg around. All right, so now we're here in this shin box position, right? Take your hands, drop them in front of your right shin, and just walk yourself forward a little bit here, as far forward as you can. Maybe you can drop your elbows. Some of you maybe can get down to your chest. All you can do is bring your hands in front of your shin. That's okay, right? We're just trying to come forward. You should feel this in your right hip. Just take 3 breaths here. Now, you're gonna bring it back up to your palms, right? Now you're still in this right side shin box. Take your hands outside your right thigh. So both hands outside that right thigh, in between your right knee and your right hip. And then you're just gonna walk it forward here, letting your chest come towards the mat. Maybe you can get your chest all the way to the mat. Most people can go a little further here than straight ahead, right? Because it's not about the hips anymore, it's about the spine. And the spine's able to twist in deeper, and the hips are able to release usually, right? Again, if you're just on your palms, it's okay. If you come all the way down to your chest, that's great. We did a lot of oblique work today, so we're trying to twist out here, let those release, a lot of twisting. More breaths here. Come back up to your palms. Now, we're gonna do one more thing here on the right side, right? It's really for the left leg while we're in this right side shin box. You can either bring your right hand right in front of your right knee or bring it back just outside your right knee, right? You're gonna press into that right foot. You're gonna take your left hand, grab a hold of your left ankle. Now you're lifting that left ankle up off the mat. And then you're gonna slide your left knee back as far as you can. So your left knee doesn't have to leave the mat, right? You're resting your left knee off the mat. You're just sliding it as far away from your right foot as you can, right? You're pushing with your right hand, pushing yourself up. And hopefully you're feeling this stretch in your right hip flexor, right quad. A couple more breaths here. My dogs are barking up a storm. Probably means my housekeepers are here. Oh, good. All right, now release that left leg. Pull that left knee back in, right? We're gonna sit up tall. Now we're just gonna do that on the other side. Just lean way over to the right. Kick your left foot forward. Kick your right foot forward. Bring that left leg across. Swing the right leg across. Come into your shin box on the left side. Now first we do the same thing. Drop your hands in front of your left shin. Walk it forward. Maybe you're down to your forearms. Maybe not. But you want to feel the stretch in your left hip. Take 3 breaths. Bring it back up here. Now as we come up, now you're going to bring your hands outside your left leg. Okay. Both hands come outside that left leg. You're walking it out here. So you put your hands in between your left hip and your left knee. Again, you can probably get a little deeper. Maybe you can drop down to your elbows here. Maybe if you drop down to your elbows when you're coming straight ahead, you're going to get all the way to your chest. Like your spot. Just have to take that twist. It should feel good. And after all that twisting work we did today. And you're ready here. Come back up. And the last thing, right? We're going to come around. You're going to bring your left hand either just in front of your left knee or just outside your left knee. Take your right hand, grab a hold of your right quad, and then lift that right ankle up off the mat. You keep your right knee on the mat. Just slide it back as far as you can away from your left foot. Now you're pushing into your left hand. So you're pushing yourself up as you do this. So really feel that stretch in your right hip flexor, right quad. Further back you bring your right leg, the more you're going to feel it, the more you pull that ankle to the glute, the more you're going to feel it. You don't have to look exactly like I look, right? You can come to your release deep. Maybe you can go much deeper. Just listen to your body. More breaths here. And pull that right knee back in towards your left foot. Drop your left or your right ankle here. Now we're going to come around, right? You're just going to bring your feet to the ground. We're going to come around. We're going to lie on our back, or if you have the wall space, you want to come to the wall, come to the wall. We're going to do our legs to the wall, right? So your feet are on the ground. You reach your hands forward. You let yourself come all the way down. And lift your feet straight up. Stop. Now, if you have wall space, you bring your hip, the outside of a hip against the wall, right? And then you're going to kind of turn yourself until your legs come straight up to the wall. I have wall space out here where I would show you, right? But either you're just laying in waterfall with your head on the ground, your feet straight up to the sky, or you're laying on your back with your legs resting against a wall, getting your glutes as close to the wall as you can if you're doing that, right? So that your legs are straight against the wall. Feels really relaxing. When we do this, it's good for us after Pilates. It takes the blood from the feet where it started to pool back to the head and heart. We need it more. As we go here. When you're ready to come out of it, wherever we are, right? You're just in line with the wall. You bend your knees, let them scrape along your face and body. Drop your feet to the ground. If you're actually up against the wall, put your feet against the wall. And then roll to one side or the other into a fetal position. Eventually, we'll all push ourselves up, right? So that's our Pilates for today. twisting, right? So whether you're watching this now on Friday morning or you're watching it 3 days later before you go to bed tonight, have some water, right? A lot of water. It'll help to keep your body hydrated for all those toxins that we wrung out doing those twists. They won't start bothering you, right? So
Okay.
we will see you guys next Friday